This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of The Sinking City. In the last episode, we followed the lead to the child of the mother or whatever, and apparently they're going to manipulate Christian into doing what they want, or Graham. I mean, what is it, Graham? Okay, Graham. I don't know why I was thinking Christian there for a second. They're going to manipulate Graham, but we stopped him, but we still have to make a decision to either help Brutus or Graham. But before we do that, let's talk to this random man here.
Good day to you, kind sir. I hope that angels will be more merciful to you than they were with me. Oh, poor me.
The angels? Man, you know it's terrible writing when someone talks about angels. Just think of the prequels as an example. You know what prequels I'm talking about. What happened?
Did something happen?
Some Danes robbed the graves in the cemetery. If I don't find the body soon, city council will find out. But I have no idea where to start. I'll be fired. I know it. And it's the only job I'm fit for. That's what my mama said.
Mama said life is like a box of chocolates. You know you're gonna get shit.
I can help you. I'm quite experienced at finding people alive, usually.
Oh, thank the angels, kind sir. I'll repay you. I will. You'll find the 3 robbed graves in the cemetery. I marked them, and you don't need to muck up your suit-lugging bodies round, sir. I can do that. Just find all 3 and tell me where they are. Please.
Well, looks like we activated the quest Rest in Peace. So this is the final quest side quest for purposes of activating an outfit and all that. And all you have to do is just go, just like right here in front of the cemetery. Yeah, I guess it would have been easy because of the way I went around to get to that cemetery. I don't know if there's other than going to the church in this area or the crematorium. I don't think there's any other reason to go to the this area. So you could easily miss this guy, frankly, unless unless I had looked around the cemetery. So all right, rest in peace. He said he marked them though. I guess it's these. Note left on the grave. My beloved Virginia, I fulfilled your final wish. You'll rest in your own house forever. Forgive me, for I was not brave enough to declare my love to you while you were among the living. I will atone for my mistake. And there's the first grave. Let's see what the grave thing says.
Virginia Cooper,
1887.
1887 to... Another victim of the flood. Honorable citizen.
Sorry, I was talking through that. I almost thought he was just going to look at it and not actually, like, say anything. You know how he does that sometimes, so. Alright, well, sorry about that. I'll try not to do that in the future. Alright, where's the other? Will they be marked with Michael Napora? He came from faraway land once every 6 months. May he rest in peace. Or, I didn't. Ivan Kuprinko, janitor. I wonder if he actually is the janitor. Anton Surgan. I'm in love with explosions! Ha 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 ha! Party alias died for the sins of others. Anyway, time to get on the plot. I don't want to sit here all day just reading gravestones, you know. Not like, was it Sacred 2 I did that in or something like that? I don't know, was this the other? No? Okay. It just looks like it's dug up, so I don't know, I thought maybe something here. Okay. I guess they're marked with like red flag, because that one had like a red flag on it, so we just have to find the other 2. Because I want to find them before I actually leave, and then we can tell them in a minute. Zach Jackson. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah. Alright. I won't. Well, I mean, he's dead, so. Where's the other ones? Unless the other ones aren't marked the same or whatever. Which that would be a little weird, but okay. Really? Won't let me climb? Huh. Where the other ones are. Maybe some down there. We'll check those here in a second. Well, oh, there's another one. Okay. Over here.
Coffin was barely covered with dirt. A gravedigger could do a better job.
Yeah, you suck, dude. You and your angels. He didn't talk this time. What the hell, game? Edgar Taylor, 1896, victim of the flood. Okay.
Scratches are fresh. Looks broken from the inside out.
Oh, okay. Let's mind palace it. Yeah. Right? Or, nope. Oh, it's telling me where I need to go. Okay. Just pointing that one. Where did you go? Well, you were you were looking in a weird direction this way. So where are you now? Okay, where'd you go? Like he doesn't know, or oh, there we go. Okay. He snuck right over here. So this guy just got, was this one of those guys that got like dug up by accident? Like he was actually asleep or comatose or something like that, and someone decided to bury him? Unfortunately, that's actually happened in real life. There's been people who've been buried alive because of some like either like narcoleptic tendency or something happened where they like didn't was it around here? Oh, this. Nope. Did I accidentally walk too far? Okay. You went crazy? Oh.
All these bites are fresh. Poor guy. His death wasn't fast.
Oh, there we go. He was killed by monsters! Actually, I'm still hurting from the previous episode. Oops. Oh, I missed this.
Blood is almost soaked into the soil.
Yeah, I took the ability where you equip multiple bullets, so now now you can equip four in the shotgun with the one I've got. Which is pretty cool. Alright, we're just gonna I hate you. Ah, nuts. Do I need to? No, I've got it somewhere. I wasn't sure if I was gonna stop. Is that it for those guys? Thanks for the first aid kit. So, okay, is that two of them marked then? Oh. At least according to this anyway, right? Inside out, and then the escape was eaten, the universe has a sense. Oh, okay. From a grave wasn't deep. So, okay. So he's dead. So that's one body, so that one we don't have to like, we don't have to look all over the place for it. What's this? No, rifle bullets. We still have yet to get rifles in this game. Eventually, I bet after we deal with the Brutus stuff or whatever, I bet we'll go to Frogwares and it'll give us the next objective, I bet. But first let's find that other open coffin and then we'll be good there. Where are you? Probably. Are we just grave robbing now, pretty much? Great. We haven't done enough bad things in this game, let alone taking people's. Then again, they're dead. They don't really need it. So. All right. I tried this one already, right? Yeah. Okay. So where's the other part? Maybe down here. Where's the dude? That's close. It's getting dark too. I don't mind it getting dark, but man, depending on, I don't know if it's just where I'm sitting at or whatever, but it's just, it is just like hard to see. Man. But we're gonna spend the whole episode trying to find the last. Where does this take me? Just out of the cemetery. Yeah, it just takes me out to land, so I don't want to go there. So I still need to find the other. I wish he would have actually marked it on the. Maybe he did actually mark it. Nope, he didn't mark it on the map. Unless do I just... I think I'm swapped to that. No, I'm swapped to that, so... Because would it be easier if he just told me on the map where they are instead of like just having me guess? Because doesn't he even say something like, I marked it for you? Whatever. Okay, so there's that one. Maybe one of them's inside one of these mausoleum things, maybe. I don't know. You would think I wouldn't be hard pressed to find it with a big old red, you know, handkerchief or whatever, just saying, "Hey, here I am." But you don't know a guy who needs glasses, do you? I don't think there's any coffins over there. I bet you folks have probably already seen the coffin I'm looking for like multiple times, pointing it out, but I'm just like, so that's the second one. Where is that? That's locked, because I think in a previous episode I had explored this place before, wondering why I was able to explore it, and then we find out later on it's for a mini quest. Is that? No, that's just a tree. Where is the second one? It's gotta be somewhere around here. Right? No, I've been this way before. Damn it, game, don't make me waste like 10 minutes looking for like one thing. I might just cut it here and just until I find it, because I don't want to spend like an hour looking for it. So it won't take me that long, but I think it'll take me like maybe a hot minute. So I'll be back when I find the third gravestone. Alright, I finally found it. God, my eyes were bad. It took me a couple minutes to finally find this. It was like right in front of me. Ugh, what's wrong with me? Anyway. During the exhumation? Is that it? Exhumation of a mage, you need to protect yourself. Use the following signs. An incantation to submerge the magician's mind into a deep astral dream. There's a library stamp at the bottom of the page. Property of Oakmont Library. Closed section. European literature, 19th century. Page 145. It's filled with water, too. That looks like we've collected most of the key evidence, anyway. But we're not quite done. Let's look at the rest of it.
These sure weren't ordinary grave robbers.
That was all magic-y in type. Unknown question mark to 1918 or 1812. Is that it? Nah, it seems like I missed something, but I'm just gonna... I found the key evidence. I think that's all that really matters. And I think that means, opposed to... Well, actually, we could talk to the gravekeeper. Maybe he has some extra info for us before we actually go look for these bodies. Grave body hunting. What a fun pastime, really breed.
Your cemetery is almost sunken, and half of its graves are ruined. Why do you care about these three in particular?
They were dug up by some people. That's bad. Others are sunken, taken by the mayor. That's not bad. You must not touch what was taken by the mayor, or the waters will curse you. That's what my mama said.
Mama said?
Bye.
That's what your mama said? Or whatever. I forgot what the song is. It's like, we were good kids. Or something. I'm not very good at that. I'm tired of pop music in general, let alone like putting it in my recordings and stuff like that. So, all right. So, what's our options here for this? Let me. Okay, so I need to go to the library for that one, and then yeah, for this, and the other one is Virginia Cooper, which I guess we'll need to go to City Hall, I think, for that one, maybe. That kind of makes sense. Alright, so before we turn in, tell Graham or Brutus or whoever we're going to trust or whatever, let's go ahead and find these bodies first. Why not? It'll be fun. It'll be an smorgasbord of bodily flesh. That sounds probably better in my head than it did when you actually said it, so... Alright, what's closer? I guess City Hall for Victoria. Maybe it'll tell her where, like, her original living arrangements were. Because that's where the, supposedly her, I guess, husband or fiance or whatever, or loved one, something like that. He said something about taking her back to her house, so all we have to do is just find out where she originally lived, and boom, find the body. And we only don't have to take care of one of the bodies because one of them was just a man who accidentally got buried alive, and then sadly, as soon as he escapes and survives, he gets killed by the creatures of the eldritch horrors, which is that ironic? Is that something that Alanis Morissette could learn from? She made that song so long ago, yet people still make fun of her for her poor use of irony. You know, isn't that ironic? It's like, no, it isn't. It's bad coincidence at best. Alright, City Hall. What do you got for me? We can't fight you, but we can use you. Subject, citizen, I guess. After the flood. And then I guess just records. Because we don't know where she actually lived, so. Virginia Cooper, date of birth March 21st, 1887. Date of death taken by the flood. Marital status spinsters. Ooh. Relatives Brad Cooper. Address Maple Lane between Polaris Road and Old Church Road in northern Salvation Harbor. Huh. A spinster, huh? A sad life you led apparently before you died. Well, maybe, I don't know her. Alright, northern Salvation Harbor, Polaris Road and Old Church Street. Polaris Road, Old Church Road, says Maple Lane. Well, it's not that because that's Windhype and whatever. Maybe it keeps going. Oh, it just keeps going for quite a while actually. Well, that's abolition. So Maple. Maybe if we look up or down, I'll say Maple Lane or something like that. No. Where is Maple? It says oh, it's northern. Well, maybe I just. It says northern Salvation Harbor. Where the hell is Maple Lane? Oh, there it is. God damn it. Oh, is that? Oh, it's right in the middle of it says between Polaris and Old Church. Well, that's. Oh, okay, so that's gonna be there. Okay. Man, I am just not. Brain needs to start. Brain need work good. All right, so we got that one, and then the library is not too. Library's just there, but I'm gonna teleport anyway because I think that will be slightly. Yeah, I think it's going to be slightly faster. Not by much, but I think it will be. Well, I guess, well, we could run over there and count. We could teleport and then count and see which one goes faster to which, but I'm just going to trust that this is slightly faster to do this. Just even with pressing the run button, but hopefully it doesn't take a minute to load or whatever. If it does, then I will be the fool because I think I could have gotten there within a minute without that. Yeah, I'm already seeing the folly of my hubris. Well, actually, that wasn't too bad. This game is like half of it's just run times. It's pretty funny when you think about it. Not really, but I don't know. I'm trying to make it hilarious for my own sanity's sake. It makes me feel good, okay? Oh, hey. We're just never gonna learn about what your punishment was it? It's just a strange thing, huh? Alright, anyway. Let's see. Property Oakmont Library, closed section. Let's see. European literature. 19th century. And I guess the section just says restrict, so that'd be restricted. Secrets beyond the veil. Secrets beyond the veil. Author Pierre Delalande. Categories: closed section, European literature, 19th century. Publisher unknown. Last reader: Fabian Coswick Co. Official address: East Coverside, Provincial Avenue, between St. Elmo and Victory Lane. All right, we're getting better. Well, we're getting a little bit better at this. Learning this archives thing. Okay, so Eastern Coverside. St. Elmo Lane and Victory. So St. Elmo and Victory Lane. And Provincial. Okay, so it's got to be in the water, or at least in that general area over there. Alright. Thank you. Oh, press the duck button by accident. See you later, lady. We'll never learn your story, but you told it to us anyway. Oh, she didn't want to. It's just we asked her, and she said, oh, I was punished for something. For what? What would you have to do to get your mouth shut? Sewn shut. But we're never going to know. And that's going to bug the hell out of me. It might be faster. Well, I mean, I'm already can see it, so. And luckily, it's just outside. I think it's going to be just outside the that zone, so I won't have to worry about fighting. Well, I'll probably have to fight monsters when I go inside, but I won't have to worry about fighting them outside and then fighting them on the inside. So if you don't take care of them on the inside or outside, they'll follow you into the inside, and they don't. As long as it's within that area, they don't have any restrictions, you know. And I'm kind of surprised that they don't, but I don't know. Maybe they couldn't program that in, or that wasn't their entail to do that. They're like, hey, you have to deal with that. You're not going to get away from that. You're not going to get away from combat. Then again, it's not like this is a game that relegated itself on stealth tactics or anything like that. Like some games where they'll like design it to be stealth, or you can play the game stealth, but then they force you in a combat situation that you didn't level up for, and then you're like, oh, crap. That's what happened to the Deus Ex when they first released it, but after complaints about that, they released like a patch for it or an update for it, which allowed you to beat the first confrontation without fighting the dude, or at least fighting him in the normal manner. Like you couldn't, well, the way the fight worked is there was no way to hide away from him as a stealth player to like crit him or kill him that way. So they added. Hopefully there's no. Oh, no one's popping out, so I'm getting lucky there. Alright. I assume we won't. I assume it won't be till I find the body that I actually get attacked, but. Oh, yeah, should have done this off screen, but. Might as well fill up my. A bit of my stuff so we can just kind of have some extra. That'll be good. See, was this the one where the guy took his wife to bring her back so he could summon her from beyond the grave or something like that? Or is he just likes now that she finally shut up? No, just kidding. Sorry, that was mean. She wouldn't leave me the hell alone. No, that's just mean to say to someone who's dead, you know. Although, well, it depends. If the person was a dick, then yeah, then you know, all insults aboard, you know. Even if they're dead, you know, if they were just mean a-holes, it's like, you know, like a Adolf Hitler or something like that. It's like you're gonna make fun of them for eternity because of what they did. No remorse. Never give up. Never surrender. Yeah, it's always a. Looks like it's gonna be upstairs, just because it had the follow the candles moment. So, but you never know what you can find in the bottom parts of these places. So let's go upstairs. Looks like there's candles set. Looks like it's a romantic evening. All we're missing is Juju's pedals, and we'll be good to go. Are we gonna run into like some creepy dude here that's like, you know, into some necrophilia or something like that? Ugh. Or he killed himself. Did he? Probably the monsters killed him or something like that. But yeah. Let's see.
Romantic. Not the first thing you'd expect to see in a flooded city.
No, I guess not.
Apparently that's the body I'm looking for.
Yep. Suicide note. My beloved Virginia, I'm coming to you. Thank you for the last and the most beautiful dinner of my life. I'm holding your hand despite its icy touch. I feel the warmth of your love. I will see you in the next life. He probably poisoned himself. And I assume the monsters are going to pop up here soon. No? Maybe? I'm disappointed, game. Usually you attack me when I find the mystery. Huh. Okay. Hey, I don't have to get attacked every time I enter a new area, so. Alright, let's get out of... Probably should have... Luckily we can just climb on out of here. We don't have enough bricks, sir! Alright, so one more body to go, so we can remove that from from the equation. So the final body is going to be over there. Luckily, there's a fast travel not too far away. So I think we'll call it episode after we find that final body. And I am taking into account me cutting out the running around finding the final grave. Yeah, it took me a little while to find it. I'm kind of pissed off with myself that I didn't see it. And I ran past that spot I think a couple of times, but man, I think this game, out of a lot of them recently, has proven to me that my eyesight is just not what it is. Either that or I'm just not focused enough. Ugh. Maybe I need to start taking Ginkgo biloba or start doing those brain train quizzes. You know, the ones you take every day that are supposed to like keep your brain stimulated. Maybe if I do that, that'll... I think they do actually work, because a long time ago, the Nintendo DS released a game called Brain Age, which is basically something you had to do every day. It was basically kind of the same tasks for the most part, with some minor variations, but you did the same thing over and over again, and then you were able to go through the motions quicker and quicker, so it was basically you were retaining the information a little bit better. I generally seem to have gotten better when I was doing it, so maybe I should look up some, when I get some chance, like look up some books of like, not so much puzzles, but yeah, just something that would be for brain training or brain usage or something like that, just to keep my mind mentally acute, or mental faculties up to date or something like that. I like to think I use my brain on regular cases, but I'll admit my memory is a bit shot, so I don't know. Maybe that's a fact of me not utilizing it as well as I could. Alright. Anything outside before we go in? Nope. Okay. Alright, this place has got to have combat. Yep, Fabian Kostwick's house. There, let me put some of this stuff together. So you got enough of that. Okay, that should be good. Alright, let's see if we can find this body. Oh, body, where are you? I see, I smell you. Or was it I can't hear you or see you, but I know you're there. Or however Smog says it in the book. The Hobbit book. God, I haven't read that. I'll admit it's been a while since I've read The Hobbit. I think I said that in another playthrough where... I actually like that book quite a bit. It's actually easier to... It's a better flow than Lord of the Rings is. Despite Lord of the Rings being like this massive epic, it actually reads like completely different from The Hobbit. Hobbit's more written like as a bedtime story or some... Got crazy people. Didn't expect a guy with a freaking shotgun. Damn. I've got the ability unlocked where you do more damage with a shotgun and your spread's bigger, so you have a higher chance of just straight up hitting the person, even if you're slightly off. So, good old shotgun. It was probably overkill, but.
Oh, the smell. I wonder why monsters didn't come running.
Oh yeah, these are the guys that were trying to steal wizard bozzies or something like that anyway. Maybe it's for some type of ritual or something like that. Or they just don't like wizards. Wizards is not their favorite D&D class.
And here's our missing dead man.
He's been dead for quite a while, no flesh. Breezy letter. Enclosed is a map of the cemetery with the graves I'm interested in. Be careful. No one can see you digging up corpses. There will be a nameless grave. Please be especially careful with it. I recommend you to read Secrets Beyond the Veil before you touch that coffin. Third chapter, page 145, JH. They didn't expect a detective with a shotgun to come in and blast their asses to Kingdom Come next Tuesday. Alright, I think that's... We did get the experience, and this meant we found it, because you get that little extra chunk for finding everything. Alright, let's go report back to that dude and tell him about what we found. Tell him we found puppies and lollipops along the way too. He'll enjoy it. We should find a box of chocolates to give to his mama. Ain't nothing wrong with loving your mama. You know, Mr. T taught me that. Mr. T. There'll never be another celebrity similar to you. Never, I say. Really? I don't know. When I grew up, there was like a lot of interesting celebrities that maybe truthfully were not the people we expect them to be, but they just had a certain charm to them. I don't know about most modern celebrities, I'll admit. Most of them really just don't grip me. If any celebrity gives me like a, let me delete that. If any celebrity makes me interested, it's usually like older celebrities, like ones from like before either my generation or older than my generation that I'm interested in. But I mean, I'm not saying there aren't personalities out there, but I don't know. I feel like when I was growing up, there was just, maybe it's nostalgia, or maybe it's just when you're younger, you're more impressionable. But I feel like there were so many like more influential, interesting celebrities than there are nowadays. I think it's because a lot of them are just pushed through the pop culture machine, so a lot of them don't really stand out on their own. I mean, look at pop stars, for example, or idols or something like that. They're so cookie cutter. It's kind of gross, you know. I don't know. Nothing against them personally, because they're a product of the system. But, you know, I think some do kind of get away from it, like, you know, and make their own way. But usually that's way later into their careers or into their personal lives before they get to that point. All right, there's the. All right, your mama's gotta be proud of you. Found the bodies.
Here. I wrote down the locations of all 3 missing corpses.
Thank all angels, kind sir. You saved me. I say, you did. Take this for your kindness. Plus, I will save you a good plot in the cemetery. Save you, quiet neighbors, fit for a gentleman.
What do you mean? Like, I don't need a place in the cemetery. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay here. What do you mean, silent neighbors?
Silent neighbors? So, what? You have noisy ones?
It happens, kind sir. Many people prefer to be burned than lie in some parts of the cemetery.
I see. Well, thanks for your kindness on the cemetery plot, I guess.
That's kind of you.
Mama said do unto others what's been done to you. So thank you, kind sir.
Well, I am a fan. I am personal in real life. I'm a fan of the golden rule: do to others as done unto you. You know, treat others as you want to be treated. You know. And we got the Man of Science outfit. Yay! The final costume that we can. Well, not the final costume, but the only one we can really actively get apart from storyline and DLC stuff. So, all right. Well, we found all the dead bodies and made this poor man and his mama happy. But what will we do next? Will we finally confront Graham or Brutus on their situation, or will we go sightseeing and see the historical sites around Oakmont? Find out next time in the next episode of The Sinking City. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.